Hi you guys! So today we're going to be making yet another Chinese dish. Today we're making a dish that I'm almost certain is made in every household all over China. Egg and tomato stir fry. So for this dish you need tomatoes, spring onion, eggs, garlic, and salt and sugar, and of course oil for cooking. So before we start cooking, we have to wash our tomatoes and also wash our spring onions. If you want to wash your eggs, that's also okay. I normally wash the eggshell before I crack them just because I feel like, they're a little bit dirty as well, but that's totally up to you. So once you washed your tomatoes, you're going to chop the tomatoes into smaller pieces, and then you're going to start chopping your spring onion. Once all of that is chopped, you're going to get 4 to 5 eggs. You're going to crack them in a bowl, and then we're going to start mixing the eggs together, just like you're going to be making an omelette. So you want to mix them nice and properly. Once you're done with mixing your eggs, you're going to get 3 to 4 garlic cloves and you're going to chop them nicely. That way you have a garlic, spring onion, tomatoes, and eggs all ready to go, and you can start cooking your dish. So you want to preheat your pan and you want to add oil, and you have to make sure that the oil is really nice and warm for this dish. So normally what I do is that I add some citron pepper to the oil before I start adding the eggs, just to get that extra nice flavor for the dish. Once the oil is nice and warm, you're going to add your eggs into the pan and you're just going to fry them just like you're making scrambled eggs. But you want to make sure that the eggs are properly cooked. You want to have that golden color of the eggs, and you don't want to make them into too small pieces. You want to leave them a little bit bigger than scrambled eggs, just like seen in the video. You then take your eggs out of the pan and put it into a bowl on the side. Once the eggs are put into the bowl, you add your tomatoes to the pan. So you want to cook your tomatoes in the pan. Make sure that the pan is nice and hot and there is no need to add extra oil. You stir fry them. Once you stir fry them for about 30 seconds to a minute, you can add your spring onion and continue to stir fry them just like seen in the video. You continue to stir fry your tomatoes until you see that the tomato juice is actually coming out from the tomatoes. That's when you know that it's time for you to add your eggs back into the dish. Once you've added the eggs back into the dish, you can add about 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar and continue to stir fry the two of them together. While stirring the ingredients together, you want to make sure that you get that juice out of the tomato. So what I normally do is that I squeeze the tomatoes a little bit just to get that extra juice and to make the dish even more delicious. I normally then add about another teaspoon of salt just because I like that extra salty flavor. It won't be too salty, but it will just give that extra little kick to the dish. We then add garlic and chicken powder to our dish. And in China, when you add those two ingredients to the dish, that means your dish is ready to be served. So stir that up a little bit more, and then your dish is ready to be put onto a plate and ready to be served. So this dish is normally served either for lunch or for dinner or sometimes even for breakfast. But this dish is always served with rice. So make sure you have some delicious rice together with this dish, and then just go ahead and enjoy a lovely meal together. Because trust me, you won't regret eating this dish. Easy, simple, and so delicious.